Hello, I'm going to be answering WAEC 2019 Chemistry Objective Past Question, and this is question 10. When an equilibrium is established between dissolved and undissolved solutes, the solution is said to be A. Saturated, B. Unsaturated, C. Concentrated, and D. Diluted. So the first thing I would like to establish is that a solution is made up of two parts or two components, a solute and a solvent. Now, in any topic considering or in solubility generally, the solute is the solid component. And the solvent is usually the liquid component. So if you have a solution of salts and water, which is sodium chloride and water, the sodium chloride is the solute and the water is the solvent. So for a saturated solution, unsaturated solution, concentrated solution, and diluted solution, the definition of these terms each depend on the amount of solutes you have in the solvent. So for a saturated solution contains the maximum amount of solutes that the solvent is capable of dissolving. So when a solvent contains the highest number of solutes that it is capable of dissolving, that solution, the solution formed, is said to be a saturated solution. For example, if you have let's say at a particular temperature you have, let's say, a liter of water and you dissolve 36 grams, for example, of sodium chloride in it. If you can no longer dissolve more solute, more sodium chloride in that 1 liter of water after putting 36 grams of sodium chloride, the solution is said to be saturated at that particular point. So you can express it by saying 36 grams of sodium chloride is enough to saturate 1 liter of water at any given or at a particular temperature, let's say 25 degrees or 25 degrees Celsius or any other, a hypothetical temperature. So for an unsaturated solution, the amount of solute that is present in the solution or that is present in the solvent or that has been dissolved in the solvent is less than the maximum amount of solute that the solvent is capable of dissolving. So let's use the same as sodium chloride and water instance. Now, if we have established the fact that 36 grams of sodium chloride is enough to saturate 1 liter of water, if you have less than 36 grams of sodium chloride in 1 liter of water, then it can be said that the solution you have is unsaturated, because the amount of solutes that you have in that water, in that solvent, is less than the maximum amount that can be dissolved. So in that instance, the solution is said to be unsaturated. Then for a concentrated solution, a concentrated solution is one that contains relatively large amounts of dissolved solutes. So if, let's say, in 1 liter of water also, for example, you dissolve a large amount of solute, let's say the solute is sugar. So if you dissolve a considerably large amount of sugar in 1 liter of water, the solution can be said to be concentrated. Let's say you dissolve let's say 30 grams of sugar in 1 liter, the solution can be said to be concentrated. Then for a diluted solution, you have relatively small amount of dissolved solution. So for example, in this same sugar and water instance, let's say you dissolve just 1 gram of sugar in 1 liter of water. The solution can be said to be diluted. Now, one thing I didn't mention is that in a saturated solution, the dissolved solutes is in equilibrium with the undissolved solutes, because the solvent is incapable of dissolving more solutes. So there is an equilibrium established between the dissolved solute and the undissolved solutes, and no dissolution will take place again. It doesn't matter how much more solute you put into the solvent or the solution. In this case, the no more solute is going to dissolve. So for this reason, an equilibrium has been established between dissolved solutes and the undissolved solutes. So when an equilibrium is established between dissolved and undissolved solutes, the solution will then be said to be saturated, which is A, and it's our answer. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel